Hello YouTube! Welcome back to some more From the Depths. You join us working on the medium bomber. Excellent. Yeah! It's fixed! Thank you everyone in the comments who gave me advice on, hey, here's how you fix the diving problem. It's still doing a tiny bit of it there for some reason, but there was a few things. It was the AI card was the wrong one. We needed to enable ignore pitch from behavior. The propellers were actually set to the wrong angle. That's why it was having some trouble controlling in general. They're in the wrong place because they're slightly above the center of mass. It wasn't a problem we even had with the fighter. But this one, because they were so far up, it was actually not able to control it properly. I've tilted the angle on them, as you can probably see. And it now flies much more controlled. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better. So I think that's something to keep in mind next time. We maybe do the wings last. But yeah, it seems to fly reasonably okay. I have put in a temporary bomb bay, which is just using one gigantic, was a huge missile thing. That's probably not what we'll keep because it's very expensive, and also it's not necessarily the most efficient. It does have a very powerful bomb, but it also chews up the entire ammo capacity, and to be fair, we may even have to increase the ammo capacity on it because I think these bombs are going to be using a lot of resources. But yes, I have been testing it with this big sort of bunker buster style bomb. Which will probably fire again in a minute, but again, it's in the wrong place. Yeah. APN guidance could do miracles. I don't think it could fly it all the way over from there. But yes, so thanks to everyone's help with the AI. It's now flying reasonably sensibly. Where is the AI? Don't matter. Right at the back, is that right? Where is the AI? Ammo storage, yeah. Yeah, the other thing is it's slightly unfortunately crammed with the ammo at the moment, which is not really ideal, but we may have to... I'd rather not change it to the bodywork if I could avoid it, but I'm going to set... Where's combat altitude? Pitch to reach target altitude, right? To do pitch, quick set point. Just go flying a little higher. Or doing whatever it's doing there. Okay, maybe don't pitch towards target altitude. Maybe also get rid of that. Whatever it is. None? I don't know. Oh, don't tell me I've broken it. Actually, I haven't saved it. I can just delete it. Although I did have to... I did enable... I seem to remember the fixed set point. But yes, for those who don't know, so I just realised I haven't explained it, so I get distracted in the minutia, we've been working on a medium bomber. Okay, no, I did say that. So, what I think it will do, the bunker buster loadout is funny, but we're not going to use it because it's not very good, it isn't reliable, and it actually has a bad habit of jamming inside the hull, which is obviously a really bad idea of a bomb like that. That thing goes off in the hull and that plane's gone. So, let us set up some bombs. I think we'll do two variants of this. We'll also have a torpedo bomber variant that will fly a lot closer to the water. But this will be the actual bomber type. Also get rid of these. I temporarily thickened the walls, but I think I'll thicken them with actual alloy beams. It does limit slightly the amount of bombs we can put in, but it should make it a bit more durable. Yeah, notice the cost has dropped dramatically. It'll probably go up again when we actually start adding bombs, but let us, however, modify... See, this, considering there's the thing behind it, this should probably be metal. We may have to adjust the propeller angle after all this tweaking is done, but that should probably be metal given the AI and the ammunition is behind it. It might even be... Yeah, let's do it now. Let's also toughen the hull of the aircraft, because the AI and ammunition are both in the same place and we can't really armor them much better. Let's make these bits out of metal. Again, it'll shift the weight forward a bit, so we may have to do some tweaking, but balance it out. But basically just tweaking the propeller angle. It should have plenty of power to actually still fly. I can't see that being a problem, but we'll leave the top as is. I really don't think the top getting damaged is going to be a big worry. Not that it makes a huge difference price-wise, but we'll leave that as is. Right. Medium missiles, rail launcher. We're going to have quite a few of these. We'll go 1. How much length have we got? If we do 4 long bombs. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that would fit. They're probably going to be quite similar in form to the other one. It's just going to carry quite a few more of them. And they'll be launching from... is that not 4? Okay, let's go like that. Oh no, what's happened there? These 5. 1, 2, 3. 4. What is happening there? Yep. What is happening? I'm not pressing anything. That was weird. Right. Oh. Okay, so we've got 1 set. Oh. It should be 1, 2, 3, shouldn't it? And then... yeah, have a gap in between them just in case. 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay. 3 sets of bombs. Yeah, that's looking fairly good, actually. That's nearly perfect, except we'll do explosive warhead, APN guidance, fins, and fins. Do we want double fins? Probably don't need double fins, right? We'll do explosive warhead, APN there. Drop that as a bomb. Yes. Free space used for high explosive. Right. These should already be functional in terms of AI. We'll turn God mode on. What altitude are you flying at there? 469, that's fine. Right. Akazuki. I think combat altitude is 400, so we'll descend a little bit. Of course, these are not going to be designed to operate alone. And you can see why, because they are taking a lot of fire. Is the bomb not plugged in? Oh, they did drop. Oh, were they struck by flak? Is that what happened there? Oh, well, they're all dropping at once, so that ain't quite right. Why are you guys not... oh, they are gliding in on target. They just took a different angle. That's interesting. Yeah, we need to set up a drop delay. Oh, I know why, because we had the bunker buster bomb in, so we didn't need a delay set. Also need to set the aim a bit. I did cut the aim back. I wouldn't drop them too early. Right, then we need a... what's it? Missiles. Stagger fire. Full salvo. To reload. See him drop in a minute. Not necessarily the best at getting a target lock, are they? We need a one-time on this thing. Tell you what, let's try a one-turn, see if that helps. They are actually being deleted by flak. That's not good. Given we're trying to test these things. Oh, hang on. Yeah, firing off. The bombs being deleted by flak may still be a problem anyway. We will have to keep that in mind, but let's not have that being something that's getting in the way while we're testing. Okay, yeah, with a one-turn they seem to be a lot more reliable, so we'll stick with that. You can drop even on a bad angle. Why do we have GPS-guided bombs? No idea, but we have them. We shall use. Yeah, look at that. Alright, that's reasonably good looking. So I think what we'll do, finish up the armour on this thing, because we haven't really armoured it properly yet. We'll put our casings on the wings and things like we normally do in our decorations. And then we'll also make a torpedo bomber variant. Like I say, it will fly lower to the water and it will drop torpedoes. This should be a credible threat to ships, though. I think it's safe to say it'll have to do with AA, so we might have to do some testing, assuming that being the case, but alright. Yeah, dropping okay as well. They're not getting caught in anything, so that's a good start. We use metal, even though they won't look quite right. We'll use metal plating to, actually, we'll stick with the alloy. We usually do alloy. We'll stick with the alloy. Might make a huge difference sending a little bit of coating for the wings to make them a little bit tougher. This means they're not taking the first bullet each time they hit, at least. Okay, we'll do echo wings to that. Oh shoot, where's the control surface? Oh, that's towards the end of the wing, that's fine. So we'll leave, as usual, we'll leave the space for the actual control surfaces so they can still look like they turn alright. I guess we'll leave the tips of the wings. I really don't want to be trying to go onto the spin blocks and trying to make those. It's just, ugh, that just doesn't sound like fun, so we'll just leave those. It's fine. Right. The tips of the wings get struck, they're not going to do too much damage anyway, so I don't mind those getting hit, really. Right. If we start there. Underneath. Whoop, actually, no, not like that. That's fine. I'm going to put it on there so we've got something to attach them to. Right, and then there on the vertical stabilizer, and there, and there. But again, leave space for the control surface. Not the most running building, but you can see what it's for very easily. Yeah, and then as before, put the deco there. Alright. I might also do. We've also got to. I also remember we've got to fit defense turrets, but I think what we might also do is beef up the chin armor. That's another bit that's probably going to be taking fire. We're going to theoretically be behind it, so let's just make that bit a little tougher as well. Why not? Okay. Especially given we've only got the glass up there to protect us. Right. Bomber defensive turrets. Let's see where we would be best putting some. We probably want one on top. Maybe even two on top. One on the chin, I guess? Chin turret? Oh, there's actually a chin turret. So I have to work out where we can fit AI for controlling them. Material container might have to go, and then we'll fit a smaller one up there. Okay, so we have our underside turret for the front. We've also had a little bit of fire. That's not a bad contributor. Right, let's see. One on the tail. Oh, I see. So we're going to one that's like that, or one that's... I think that's a better fit. So that's reasonably tough. What have we got? We've got the flat one, we've got the... Like it'd be this one, right? look best. What we could do here is potentially have a pair. Oh. Yeah, so one like that. One facing the other way. Okay, yeah, they can't go because there's nothing to go on. Okay, I think we need something actually beneath them. The idea being, of course, they can engage something above or behind them, or they can gang up on something. They can both hit. Apparently when it's diving, they can both hit the same thing. Why are you not turning? Why aren't you turning? Oh, because we've accidentally overridden the controls. Okay, I think she's pretty good. Okay, that range is not stellar. Okay, maybe we do need it down to 500 still. That was way too far off. We'll never hit like that. Right. Should bomb when it's close enough to hit, in theory. I think we could also actually set the pitch turn rate up, because I could see it sort of having to wonk back and forth with the tail. The rudder. So let's adjust the pitch turn bit. Max roll for banking turns. You do a full 90? Without having problems? Yeah. Yeah, no problem. A look of it. Are you going to hit? Yeah, I might even set it to 300. So I would like those to hit. And if it's going the wrong way when it drops, they haven't got a great degree of... They've got some homing, but it's not that good. Machine guns still trying to chase? They are, they're just a bit slow. But ideally, if they're fighting fighters, that should be okay. Let's see, how about those? Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so 300 looks to be just about okay. Especially if they're firing at a ship bigger than a destroyer. Oh! Ah, we've capsized her. We've sunk her. There we go. Excellent. Okay. Now, of course, it'll have to be doing that under fire. I don't think one alone will be enough to do that, but I think a little squad of 3 of them would be enough, like we do with the light bombers already. Right, so, next thing up, as usual, decoration. We'll do our normal roundels. Lance cannons. A barrel. Miles of break. Let's put them... on this one. Put them here towards the center of the wing. Careful, so just in the wing. Hey, there we go. Got a lot of the decoration in this looks okay, but what I might actually also add is a little radar antenna cable. Not radar, radio antenna cable. Which for a quick one of those, we do advanced cannon, barrel 4 meters. And we go forward, backward scaling, long, pitch, down, da-da-da. A bit thick still, so we'll do 0.1, 0.1, even longer, directly into the hole. There we go. Got a little radar antenna. That's why they sometimes have those bits of wire on them. It's not usually for structural strength. Okay, that looks reasonably good. What I might do is just move it up a little bit so it's just in the forward back positioning. And there we go. So it looks like it's coming out the very tip of the tail. I think it just died. Yeah. Excellent. Painting time. Oh, there was something you could do to paint it, and someone even told me about this. I don't know. Oh god, what was the thing for this? Someone did tell me there was a trick to speed painting it, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, sorry about that, person in the comments. I know you did. You did tell me, and I cannot remember it. We'll try to do it manually as quick as we can. Planes don't really need too much work decorating. It's mostly just a slap of paint, unlike the ships, where they usually want a bit more. Look their best. I don't know why I'm painting that bit, because that bit is going to be recolored white. Yeah, actually, yeah, it's probably going to be white underneath, so if I need that. It's a very bright red, reddy orange colour, this one, but I think it works to really differentiate our first series fleet from our second one. Oh, we are going to have to do the painting on those peripheral wing bits, though. Alright, it's not going to be fun, but we can do it. At least they're not that big. Right, why is that bit not? Yeah, I was going to say, that bit's not anything special. That should paint. I'll actually leave that front bit blank. I think that looks best with the sort of dark grey. So we need the vertical stabilizer. Add some stripes later as well. When we can. Yeah, turret. Someone also said about doing a Lancaster-style plane. That is the plan. That is what I was definitely thinking of for inspiration for our heavy bomber when we get to that point. But we're not quite there yet. What we will do though is colour the propeller. Maybe we just do a single one there. Do the rest black. Two. 1, 2, and 1, 2. Don't know if that's what colour we've been doing the others, but right. Actually, let's go do the wing bits first. Let's do those red. Oh yeah, some of these bits are only deco as well, aren't they? Oh boy. Yeah, it might just be the underside of the body that's red on or white on this one. That's actually the component. In fact, we might even do that a different colour. Let's do that bit white, actually. So that bit is the black. Yeah. We're definitely going to need to do some stripes on the wings, though, because it's looking far too red at the moment. Right. But then, no, black for that. White for this bit, and also that bit. Oh, it's there, isn't it? Red for the rest. But here we go. Let's do the white stripes on the very wing tips, because I think those are the right. I think they're aligned the right way that I can do that. Yeah. I know they're technically meant to be D-Day stripes, the stripes you get on real World War II aeroplanes, but they do look quite stylish. Right. Some attempt at least at making it not really stealthy, but harder to tell what you're looking at. I think it is definitely safe to say our fleet has gone for dazzle camo more than actual camouflage. But hey, it works about as well as the real thing does in From the Depths, which is to say it doesn't. There's no such... I know there are technically stealth mechanics in From the Depths. I don't believe they actually work at all. Or at least not anywhere near effective enough to actually really hide anything. Do this red, and then we'll do the white stripes on this tail fin as well. If we go like that, and the rest can be red. We go like that, white stripe. Same here, white stripe. Red bow, and then same one here. So for this one, we can also go like that. Yeah, that looks quite nice actually for the tail. That geometry is turned out nicely for that. Window. Let's clear that red bit. We probably do want... I guess we'll leave it transparent. Yeah, I think that's pretty alright for the colour scheme. Yeah, there we go. Our medium bomber. But of course, we do have a few more things to do first. First of all, spawn them in, turn off God mode, spawn in another Akazuki, and we'll just see how they do actually just attacking this one. Without God mode on to protect them. What they also don't have, I just realised as well, is repair bays, so we'll repair bots, so we'll give them some of those as well above the missile bays. Alright, some of them are taking damage, but they've done a reasonable bit in exchange. If I can get through this without losing, say, 2 of them, probably good. Losing 1 is probably acceptable for bringing down a ship with what we know is reasonably decent AA. At least for its size, anyway. So we'll have a heavier version later, and we'll do the torpedo bomber will have probably quite long, powerful torpedoes. We could even do the large torpedoes a few of you guys have been saying about to me to do. Yeah, why not? We'll have 2 large airdrop torpedoes on the torpedo bomber. Very powerful weapons, but less of them. Oh. We have a bomber down. Damaged quite badly, but they are taking basically full fire from a destroyer. Yeah, I don't know whether the accuracy thing they've been doing with this one is a good idea. The whole, like, every craft has max accuracy. I don't know whether how well that really works from that damage model. It does mean... I guess, again, the idea is for detection systems, because they're a little bit weird and they would probably be quite vulnerable in this particular setup. If you lost detection, you could be shelling each other for a long time without landing hits. But... I don't know if they're going to kill it. They have done good damage. They are clearly a bit vulnerable to AA. The larger wings especially. It's probably because they're larger than the... Mind you, there aren't really any large bombers, I don't think, in this mod pack. I'll have a look in a sec, but if there's anything like a Lancaster. But I don't know that there are any really large bombers. That one's doing a good job, though. I've just seen the fire to some degree, at least, anyway. Well, bombs away from the damaged one. Yeah, some hits. Okay, on their own, not doing amazing. Not awful either, but not amazing. That one is still fighting at full, pretty much. That's quite impressive. Just the sheer volume of flak it's taking, but... with the repair things, they'd probably do better as well, so we'll actually add those, but... have knocked it down quite a bit. Something else just broke there as well. There's no way around it. It is still fighting and reasonably well. 2 more hits. Mind you, this is a lot higher rank than the sort of thing we'll actually be fighting, but... I think it's fair to say we've been knocked out at that point. We have damaged it, and that is I believe, a later game ship. At least it's one of the higher end factions. I don't know what we could do to make it more durable. But obviously, we could pick up the armor. The body seems to be reasonably tough, right? The body, it wasn't invincible. It did die eventually, but the bodywork seems to be reasonably tough. I'd say I think it's tough enough around the ammunition that it wasn't immediately obvious that's what had been hit. Though it might have been. The wings did... Oh, why are the wings not painted at the front? Okay, we missed that. The wings could be a bit tougher on the underneath side. We could even do a sneaky little... rather than these, right? What I'm thinking is we do... So at least make them tougher near the root. Take those out. Replace those with... These are metal, so these will resist fire quite a bit. Replace those with that. And a... let's do that, and then we'll do that. And then what we'll do is we'll have metal plating there as well. That'll be a little bit tougher. How much these things cost? Not a huge amount, actually. Compared to what I thought they might. Oh, those should probably be white. At least for those bits anyway. Yeah, not tremendously expensive at the moment, so that's not too bad. If that is enough to toughen them up, enough to be durable, we'll do another run. I think that warrants another test run. What else could we reinforce on this plane reasonably easily? It's still flying at a decent speed. So we can potentially add more weight of armor. That's not out of the realm of possibility. The propellers are maybe not quite at the right angle, but since it seems to be flying okay like that. What could we... Well, there's no real way to shield that bomb bay. Even with opening doors, that wouldn't really be quite enough. God, what do we do to make this thing tougher? Guess we could shield the back of... That's the ammunition, isn't it? We'll maybe try that. That should actually... Yeah, that should make the wings tougher in general, actually, because we've also got that. If we reinforce the wing edge as well, we actually swap that to heavy armor. As long as it's not too heavy and it doesn't fly. Doesn't fall. Actually give it a nice, tough, effectively like crossbar. It should be difficult to knock out with flak. And it should mean that the wings don't detach, like you have to chew all the way through the heavy beams to actually cut the wings entirely. If we do the same here, and we also need to... yeah, I was going to say you're a decoration, aren't you? If we do the same here as well, make sure the tail's nice and tough. Strategically reinforcing it on the cheap. Oh yeah, probably save the vertical stabilizer as well. Not that I think that one was taking damage really, but... if I do that, is that going to delete the decoration? No, it's okay. Right. We could even do the... Why not? We'll do the front as well. It is a heavier bomber. It's worth spending a bit of money on the armor for it. If it costs 10,000 more but survives a lot more, then that's worth it, really. Oh. String it out. I think it is going to cost a bit more with this, although it's not enormous. What's that cost now? 28,000. Yeah, it's still pretty much the same cost. About 28,000. I think it was 22,000 before we started changing those bits, but... Right, so if we go 3 of them... And then a Akazuki there. Right, go forth, my bombers. Attack. Let's see if your reinforcements are enough to do the trick. Perhaps the bombs need a range increase. They're not always dropping. Might put the bombs range up to 400. Make their runs reasonably consistently. Get more dropped. Okay, there is damage happening. I don't think it's as bad. Oh, we have a collision. But they're okay. That might be the toughened hulls coming into effect there. It might not also, but still. Some of it, the propeller's being damaged? Hmm. Oh, okay, that one was actually the ammunition going up, so we could reinforce that potentially. That one was definitely a kill from ammunition explosion, so we could reinforce maybe the whole of that section. I don't want to go too heavy on the heavy armor, but my guess is that that attack came in through the missile bay, or through the bomb bay, I suppose I should say. Suppose the other thing we could test is against is surface targets, right? Because that'd be the ideal for our bombers. They're not really meant for attacking ships. They're meant for attacking ground targets. So, considering these are doing okay against this thing, if not stellar, it might be a case that we can use these for attacking surface areas and bases and large ships, and stick primarily to the torpedoes for land targets. Okay, where's that damaged one? Let's analyse it. Since it seems to be down but not destroyed, let's have a look at the damage. Yeah, oh, it's just gone completely, isn't it? Yeah, my guess is still that that's what happened, that it hit the, through the missile, through the bomb bay, and triggering an ammunition explosion, so we'll reinforce that section. Maybe just the bottom of the hull in general. Like I said, I don't want to go too heavy on the heavy armor, but because it's expensive and it's heavy, but it might be worth it to keep these things flying. Well, it's absolutely worth it for the cockpit. If the cockpit's going to die because it gets hit there, that's... Yeah, now why are they not firing that much? Is it just reload time? Is it out of resources? Oh, the base damaged. I don't really know that there's much of a good way to protect it, really. Apart from having them... Oh, I suppose we could rearrange them and have them dropping directly out and then have gantries? How much tougher are they? Oh, but then again, we don't necessarily get drop as bomb for that, right? What do the... Hang on, missiles... What's a medium missile gantry cost? Is it a lot? 400, 200 and 600? 800 and 200. Cheaper. Oh, lighter and less durable. Hmm. Yeah, what's their health and armor on these things? 40, 300 health, 1200 health, 50. Or whatever that one is. 50, 800 health. They are tough, actually. That might not be the worst way to do it. We do have space in there for that. Yeah, let's try that. So, like I say, we can rely on the torpedo one for most anti-ship, but I'd like to have this thing at least be reasonably good, so do heavy armor there. Oh. That must be, what, a 2 meter, I'm guessing. What is that? It's not a 2 meter. Which are you? Oh, it's a 4 meter beat? What? Oh, right, this sits on top. That's why. Okay. It's not that. It's not that expensive. We'll do the whole thing. Alright. Okay. Might as well go the whole hog. Like I say, might as well have this thing cost a bit more, be a bit heavier, and work. 29,000, yeah, okay, 30,000, not too bad, to be fair. That is more than the light bomber, but again, if that means it works. Right, let's reconfigure these missiles. We'll save the bomb design. I think that works reasonably well. Generic. Oh. Generic. 4M, medium bomb. Probably 90% of the cost of this plane is in the missile launchers anyway, to be fair. Right. So let's basically have to completely get rid of all this. Oh. No, that needs to stay. Oh, that's a problem, because that needs to stay, or we lose the roof turrets. Okay, we'll see what we can do to fit these in. So, shouldn't we aim for the same number of launchers, right? So, it had what? It must have had 9? Yeah. Might go for 10 then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Slightly more firepower, actually. Yeah, and then we go... medium missile gantry. Yeah, I think this will be right. Be the right length. Yeah, like that, and then we'll go medium gantries. Let's load the same type of bomb. Check medium bomb. Why can't I load it? Are the wrong length? Right, right. These bits don't count towards the length of it. That's the only downside. Right. This will still work. We'll have to change the shape of the belly of the aircraft a bit, but this should still work. Do we go for lightweight, or do we go... No, we go for metal, because it's the underside. We want this to be tough. In fact, what they got? 1,200 health? That probably is equivalent to heavy armor. I said I didn't want to go too heavy on this, but I think it is just going to cost that much. And I suppose if it works, look at that, I'll make this a nice and lightweight, you know, aero material or whatever. It'll be nice and fitting, nice and on theme. And the game's like, no, not durable enough. 31,000, okay. The fly is reasonably okay. Can I potentially tilt these back a bit further to get the right angle? Because it's presumably they want to be facing through the centre of mass. If we go up to like 10 on both wings, is that actually... doesn't seem to have any ill effect at any rate. Right. Maybe these will be the same settings. Let's load the right bomb. You want to be... I have no idea on that one, but we'll go with that. We'll give it a quick test run. Right. So, we do a godly mode test first. Akazuki. Turn its guns off so we're not losing bombs to flak, and let's see how it does in a bombing run. Oh my god, it dips a lot faster. It's feeling the extra weight by the look of it. Oh. Right. We need the thing again. Missiles. Stagger fire. Right, it probably shouldn't be turning as sharply anymore because it is heavier. Right, where's the AI? Let's do 30. There go the bombs. We might have to have it fly higher up because I don't think the bombs have got enough time to change course now. Oh, and it is getting way too close to the water again. It does sort of pull up. It's just a case of it needs to be tighter on the timing. Oh, that looks good, actually. No, that run looks alright. No, it doesn't. You need to be higher up. Right. Yeah, especially since it's nosediving for the water. And I think the pitch to target needs to be changed as well. I know this episode's running on a little long, but I want to make this work. Oh, attack run altitude. No, you want to be 400 meters. And I'm going to say 30. Oh my god, and up. Is that a case? Is this a case of I shouldn't have changed the angle on propellers? Hang on. What were they on before? 7.5, right? Or is it even a case of it's too heavy now? Or no? No, it's okay. It's taken off. Okay. It's taking a little longer to pull itself out of the water. Right. It should be flying up to 400 meters. It should be going quite high, and it should drop when it's pretty close in terms of like vertical distance. Hey, look at that. Alright, that looks okay actually. Should be dropping any second. So it drops below 500. I assume it's got a full bomb bay at this point. No, you haven't? Oh, it's set to 300, right? Yeah, no, that should probably be on like 500. But you do need to not dive into the water. Right. That, to me, feels like a case of not enough pitch control, so let's... the heavier weight is not helping, but I think that's pitch control not being enough, so... Let us get a... We're looking, those are on track. No? They definitely don't work quite as well drop like that than they do as they do normally, but actually no, that's alright. That was a decent hit, actually. Just gotta check that it's definitely not nosediving where it can avoid it. Keep an eye on you while the bombs dive in. Alright, actually we might be in the clear with this one. I think this might be a go. At least in terms of it is now flying what I would call reliably, although it is descending altitude, which is not ideal. You really are. I'm going to try and set its regular altitude to 400 as well, so it's trying to stay higher up than it is, because it is definitely dipping a bit at the moment. Come around here, right. Stay at least 300, please. Alright. Oh, good hit. Alright, at any rate, it isn't crashing, so... Ooh, I think I might have actually killed it. That was just one of them on its own. That one extra bomb makes the difference. I suppose they are, when they do hit, they are coming directly from above, which is like the worst angle usually for most things to take a hit from. We'll do this test, and if this works, we'll call the episode there, because we have definitely overrun on this one. Still got to record more stuff today. Oh, and God mode off. Alright. Not taking any reported damage from the bottom. Heavy armor is definitely helping. Bombs away. Second round of bombs. I feel like I would have called these things the Beluga if I hadn't... Well, I feel like I should nickname them the Beluga, given how they sort of look. They have actually taken on a bit of a seaplane look. Like, I don't think they actually float because they're quite heavy, but they have ended up looking a little bit seaplane-ish. I tell you what, reinforcing the underside seems to be doing wonders for their durability. They are taking a lot more fire. I guess because it's centre mass from below, it's really beefed them up to flak fire. So we'll do the torpedo bomber in the next one briefly, and then we'll actually go to the campaign and actually deploy these things, because I think these might do good work. We also need to add the repair bots, I've just remembered once again. We'll do that in a minute as well, but we'll do that between episodes probably. I'll just chuck those on. I'd say we're looking good though, they're doing a lot more damage. At the expense of being very heavy and more expensive, but again, if that means better performance, then it's worth it. They're not tremendously quick, but they're still doing like 75. They're not slow. They are taking damage. Some have taken that 3%, 4%-ish, but I would say they're winning at the moment, as long as they don't start to die any time soon. Oh, that shut up some of their flak guns. But yes, of course, the other thing as well is... Oh, we've lost one. Oh, I think that was due to collision, though, more than anything else. Is the ammunition bay intact? No. Oh, it might even been knocked out from above. That's what I'm on board, though, so I'm fixing it up already. Yeah, I think that one was down to a collision, which is just something I think we're just generally going to have as a problem. Man, you... did a low diving run on that one. Low bombing run on that one, I should say. Look at those, the little missiles in the water are creeping towards it. Sort of bobbing at it. Yeah, they're quite menacing. Even when they're in the water, these things are still dangerous. There comes another run. Yeah, you know, I think by the time these things are... I wish they wouldn't dive like that when they get too low to the surface. But yeah, I think by the time these things have got proper escorts, I think we'll be alright. Actually, I think they will do alright. I do wish they'd hurry up, because I want to end this episode. Come on, guys, sink it. They're definitely coming in too low occasionally still, but... probably be fine once they're firing torpedoes, so... And they do work on the first runs, at least, fairly well. Plus, it looks like they can outrun a damaged ship, even when they're in the water like that, so... Come on, take that gun out. They do just seem to fly too low sometimes, though. That is annoying. They really shouldn't be swooping in like that. I know your minimum is set higher than that now. Nope, the one I was in is actually self-repaired. The zombie effect is coming back. Right. We'll call that there. I think we know... not necessarily that they're going to win this, but that they're going to do well. And especially given they're going to be fighting a faction with much worse anti-air. I think these are reasonably good at this point. If anyone wants to suggest why they might be swooping in low like that sometimes, please do. But otherwise, I think we're okay. Next episode, we'll get a torpedo variant up and running, like I say, quickly at the beginning. And then we'll move on back to the campaign and getting these things going. So, yeah. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. One last boom.